The zero-point field is a foundational concept in both quantum physics and metaphysics, representing the energy field that permeates and connects all matter in the universe. Often called the quantum field or the unified field, it is the origin from which all material things arise. This field embodies universal consciousness, symbolizing oneness, wholeness, universal mind, and infinite intelligence. It is known by various names, including zero-point field, unified field, source, observer, the void, the fertile void, all possibilities, the eternal now, the infinite unknown, and the vital life force that binds everything together. As a unifying field, the zero-point field has been a subject of scientific inquiry, with researchers striving to comprehend and unify the principles and energies of the universe to explain the existence of matter. Energy in the zero-point field gradually slows in frequency until it reaches a critical point. At this juncture, an explosion known as the Big Bang occurs, causing the energy to polarize and divide. The patterns of all material things exist at the speed of light, and it is these patterns that slow energy down, giving it form and structure, ultimately manifesting as matter. Our divine essence originates from this universal intelligence and descends into the realm of density. This is the domain of our senses, where we can perceive and experience three-dimensional reality. We spend our entire lives identifying as someone, possessing a certain type of body, knowing certain people, owning specific things, and living in particular places and times. This forms our identity. People often live this way, experiencing a significant separation from the unified field at the source. When you exist as a body, localized in space and time, there is a separation between your individual consciousness and the consciousness of the unified field. Living in a body, within space and time, means it takes longer for your dreams to manifest. When you think certain thoughts, which produce corresponding feelings, you begin to store these as energy or emotion in one of your centers. Most people focus on the first three centers, storing energy there, which conditions the body to become the mind. To initiate the creative process, one must open this center, which is the center of oneness, the center of wholeness, and the union of polarity and duality. If you can't channel energy into your heart, achieving a coherent brain and heart is essential to influence reality and affect matter. Every thought you think generates a frequency, and most people's thoughts operate within a lower frequency range. Consequently, if they are thinking at these lower frequencies, it will take much longer for their dreams to materialize. Consider that persistent problem in your life that has never changed. What are your thoughts about it? They likely aren't positive, right? And what feelings accompany these thoughts? These are not feelings you want to experience daily, but you do, correct? You react, consciously or unconsciously, to the thought or reality of the problem repeatedly, broadcasting an electromagnetic signature into your field. However, if your thoughts are of a lower frequency, your ability to influence matter is minimal. Now you must take an active role in addressing the problem. You need to engage your identity and personality to effect change. When a person removes all their attention from their body, the people in their life, their possessions, their cell phone, computer, car, and every other material object, when they divert their focus from their home, workplace, and even where they are sitting, and when they stop thinking about the predictable future or the familiar past, they can find the sweet spot of the generous present moment. By doing so, they withdraw their attention and energy from the three-dimensional reality and move towards the unified field. When they become nobody, no one, no thing, nowhere, and no time, they must navigate through various layers of emotions and memories, each carrying different frequencies and information. These layers constitute their identity, and most people struggle to pass through them. They make some progress, but often revert to their familiar identity and personality. However, most of you have managed to traverse these frequencies and reach a state where you can become nobody, no one, no thing, nowhere, and no time. At that moment, you become pure consciousness, no longer associated with anything in the three-dimensional reality. Since your attention dictates where you place your energy, you are withdrawing all your attention and energy from the known three-dimensional world. You are choosing to enter a field of all possibilities, the unknown, the quantum field beyond the speed of light. Einstein's equation, E is equal mc square, indicates that matter traveling faster than the speed of light transforms into energy, fostering more connection and unity, while matter tends to create separation. As you move closer to the unified field, you experience increased oneness, wholeness, and connection, along with a higher level of mind. This shift is crucial because it requires transitioning from a narrow focus on matter to a broader focus on the void of space, devoid of any material substance. When you do this correctly and begin to open your awareness, you start sensing space and you stop thinking. Without thinking, you are no longer analyzing. When you stop analyzing, you cease activating certain circuits in your brain. This deactivation helps suppress the memory bank of your known identity, known as the neocortex. If done properly, your brain waves shift from an agitated, aroused high beta state to a mid-range beta state. You might then progress slightly, but if you are addicted to stress hormones or conditioned to certain emotions, you might slip back into high beta, becoming frustrated and impatient, wanting to quit. This creates disorder in the brain. However, with each subsequent meditation, as you continue this practice, you gradually open your awareness, and your brain waves begin to transition from beta to alpha. At this point, you start crossing the analytical mind, which separates the conscious mind from the subconscious mind. Now, you are entering the subconscious programs and accessing the operating system. As you expand your focus and begin connecting to energy, to the unified field, and to nothingness, you start experiencing oneness and wholeness. Processing this frequency causes the brain to become more organized and coherent, resonating in sync and synchronizing. Different compartments of the brain that were previously divided begin to integrate and become whole, making you feel more like your true self. This process not only generates alpha and theta brainwave patterns, but also produces coherent and organized patterns. The brain moves towards greater coherence or psychic union. Similarly, if you focus your attention on your heart, remembering that where you place your attention is where you place your energy, you can tap into the infinite possibilities of the quantum field. By regulating and creating elevated emotions, you can transcend lower frequency emotions such as pain, guilt, shame, unworthiness, suffering, anger, frustration, impatience, resentment, competition, envy, jealousy, and importance. Crossing over into oneness or wholeness allows energy to move into your heart, resulting in feelings of gratitude, appreciation, kindness, care, joy, bliss, and ecstasy. These are faster frequencies, indicating that you are drawing closer to the unified field.